Hello and welcome to Retro Gaming Swede. Sometimes I'm just looking at these shelves trying to figure out what to play. Then I pick up something and wonder why wasn't this more popular. So before playing I check it out on Google. Most of the time it doesn't say much, sometimes it's a critical darling and then again sometimes it's the exact opposite. A real bomb. This is of the later category. Some outlets even called it the worst game ever. Why? I'm not really sure. So this is my review of The Simpsons Wrestling. Is it really that bad? But before we move on to the game, please leave a like and subscribe if you like this style of content. So the game starts off playing the classic Simpsons intro song at the title screen with a nice image of Willie throwing around Homer. This feels nice, almost like home. Then you press start and this gobbled mess starts to play. What the hell? Why couldn't they just kept the song going? So you select mode and your character and the hallmark of the PS1 shows up. The wonderful loading screen. Get used to this. When you've made your coffee and your sandwich is eaten and evacuated, the game finally loads. It doesn't look too bad, the characters that's fighting actually look pretty good. The guys that are watching the fight though could just as well be cardboard cutouts. The ring looks like a ring, nothing really amazing but nothing horrible. The controls feels fine and responsive, although they suffer from a serious lack of attack options. There's just not much to do. You have your standard attack that can do a quick combo on square, then you have a more specialized attack on triangle, then a super special attack on circle, and a jump on X. That's all. They cannot be combined in any way to make combos or stuff like that. This is what you have to work with. There is also a way to cheese your way through the single player of this game. Just use the ropes and spam triangle. It's a strong attack that can sometimes stun your opponent. Just keep doing this every fight and you will eventually beat everyone. Now let's check out the characters. Shall we start off with the Simpsons family? First we have Marge. Her special attack is Maggie. She clings on to her opponent's leg and makes that character slower and unable to jump. Otherwise, she just attacks with a frying pan. Never play as her. Homer throws a bowling ball at his opponent and can eat to gain some health back. Never play as him. Bart has his signature slingshot that he can shoot at the opponent and his skateboard that make him a bit faster and attacks everything when he's on it. You might play as him. Lisa probably has the most annoying attack of the family. She plays a saxophone that hurts her opponent wherever they are. She can also bite the arm of her opponent. Don't play as her. Now, when we have finished with the Simpsons family, we move on to Barney, who can burp a poisonous cloud that lingers on the map. He can also throw a beer. You might stand a chance with him. Krusty, the friendly neighborhood clown, can throw pies at his enemies and has a super attack with his hammer. Play as him. Willie is super annoying to play against. He fights with his trademark rake and has some serious range. He can pick you up and throw you around a whole lot. He can also drop rakes and other gardening tools on the floor that hurts his opponent if they step on them. Don't play as him. Apu isn't that special. He can throw some old food at his opponent, and his super attack is just him flinging around his arms hopelessly. Then we move on to the Bumblebee Man. His super attack is a really annoying chihuahua. Seriously? This beast nibbles away at his opponent's heels while he attacks with his yo-yo. Don't play as him. Then we come to the first cheating enemy in the game. Mr. Burns and Smithers. or rather Smithers, because Mr. Burns is only outside of the ring, throwing mini nukes at you. Smithers himself can throw a fish on the floor that you slip and fall to the ground if you step on. You cannot play as them. Mo can throw Molotov cocktails and tries to pummel his enemies with his trusty club. He also moves pretty quickly, so he can be hard to take out. You may play as him. Professor Frink has a laser gun that can hurt a ton, and he can leave boxes on the floor that can contain either a mine or an exploding robot. You may play as him. The last unlockable character is the most annoying, cheating bastard in the game. It's also the reason why you need to have a projectile attack to be able to play through this game. The cheating soul is of course Ned Flanders. He starts off with kneeling, and if you don't interrupt him, he will call on the thunder gods and fries you with lightning. Didn't know he was into Norse mythology, did you? Except for the thunder, he will also be fully revived if you beat him up once, so you will effectively have to beat him up twice per round to win. That's rough. You may play as him, as long as it's not multiplayer. The last boss for all three of the championships is Kang. He can easily be exploited by standing close to the ropes and spamming the rope triangle attack. If you're playing as Krusty, his hammer attack is ace for beating this guy. Just make sure to stay close to him all the time, because his laser gun can hurt a ton. So, is this game really so bad? It is rather simplistic with not so many attack options. It took me around 2.5 hours to clear all championships. Did I have fun? Well, it's no Street Fighter, but I wasn't bored out of my mind either. I probably would have given this game a 2.5 out of 5. I think at the time of release, the PS2 was already out, and that hurt this game quite a lot. The graphics aren't amazing, but they are fine for what they are. They have that PlayStation look to them. Yes, the characters are absolutely not balanced in any way, because you really need a projectile attack to stop Flanders calling down thunder on your ass. So that's all for this time. Have you played this? What did you think about it? Did you hate it or love it? Then tell me in the comments below. And if you like this kind of content, please leave a like and subscribe to see more.